Now, this is a common trend which we are witnessing. This trend is common in Africa, Asia, Europe, and even in the US, where men, specifically married, are registering property under their mother's names. It is a trend that is emerging, and in the near future, men, almost every married man, will register most of their properties under their mother's names. And this is as a result of men witnessing what their predecessors went through in the hands of their wives. There was a story in the US. Statistics say that single women own, more single women own their own houses compared to men, single men. And majority of those houses are from their divorced husbands. The husbands went through divorce and they lost their houses to their wives. Now the wives are now single. They comfortably own those houses. And it's because of just one mistake. These men registered property under their own names. So it was easy for the court to determine or to give its determination. Now, there's a story which was everyone actually heard about the PSG player. The wife went to court and he filed for divorce. He wanted half of the player's assets and property. But when she went to court, she was shocked that this man had registered all his assets under the mother's name. The wife was disappointed and she felt betrayed. But in the real sense, she was the one planning to betray the husband. Then another thing happened. The Arsenal player, these players, when most of them join clubs, they're not learned. So someone can convince them to register the property under specific names and they end up losing those assets. So this Arsenal player lost all his property after working hard and playing for more than 15 years. And when he retired, the wife saw no need of being with him. She went to court and filed for divorce. And she was granted that divorce and 100% of everything this man worked for. The player was depressed and it took the intervention of the club, other players, to help him recover. He lost everything because of divorce. Then we have the Kenyan story and other stories in Kenya. We have Njugush, who was building as a wealth. Most of his wealth, it is confirmed that is registered under his mother's name. So looking at these stories, there's one clear thing, that men don't trust their wives. And this emerges from the stories of divorce, where courts obviously favor women or wives. If you work for 15 years with a wife, even if you are the only person building those assets, working hard. During divorce, you'll end up losing half of what you have worked for. But if you believe you are the only person who's contributing, then you are justified to register that property under your mother's name. And when it comes to marriage, a wife or a husband is not your relative. This is not somebody you were born with. This is not somebody that you can trust 100%, but you can trust that your parent, not even parent, your father can betray you. You can trust that your mother will stand with you during hard times and she might not betray you. There are high chances that she will stick with you. So that's why men are considering registering their property under their mothers. And nowadays, most women will never get married to you because they didn't love you. They look at what you have and calculate the amount of money or assets they'll get in case you divorce. And some of them will say, you just plan to leave your marriage or to leave that marriage after a specific number of years. For most women or most wives, marriage is an investment. Getting a rich man is an investment. And no matter how hard you'll try to please them, eventually they will leave and they will start enjoying what you worked hard for. So that's why if you build assets, you build apartments, you buy land, you build homes, you have industries, it's good not to register every property under your name. It's also good that that property, you better own it jointly with other people who are not related to you, so that it becomes difficult for the wife to take everything. So that is the trend that is going on, and in future, almost every man will consider going that route. Especially in the West, men are going through a lot because courts are not with men. And most divorce cases are initiated by women. Women get bored, and once they get bored, they are out. And men normally suffer most after marriage or during divorce because men are the ones who contribute the most. If you look keenly, there is very little that men benefit from marriage. That's why during divorce or after divorce, it's the men who lose the most. It is the men who feel the impact of that divorce. But women end up glowing and happier after divorce because they gain a lot, immensely, in terms of assets and wealth. So that's why if you're a man and you're getting married, newly married, or you're already married, consider changing some of the properties that you have, including your mother, because you understand your mother's character. Even if your mother later go with the property, you'll never feel more pain than you'll feel if your wife disappears with all that property and they're squandering the money and enjoying the property with another man. It's very painful. So that is what is happening. And if you What I can tell you, we don't trust human beings 100%. And only your mother can stand with you during during the most difficult times. So that is the trend that is happening, and we're going to see more in future.